Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers NORC, Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
In a rapidly changing, evolving world, I know the last few weeks for me got really crazy and different, as they keep seeming to. My family went through a little bout with COVID. We've been safely sort of locking down, quarantining here. Glad we got through it. It's serious. It's definitely something we need to take seriously. But I also feel good that knowing that I gave my body the tools it needs to get through these sorts of experiences. I think it did pretty well. I'm grateful for my body for getting through this. I'm grateful for my family for getting through this together, working together, understanding each other, supporting each other, but really investing in our bodies, our minds, and our souls so they're ready to do what it needs to do when the moment comes. That's what we're doing here together today, preparing our bodies, minds, and souls for what's going to come in a crazy, changing, always evolving, always rapidly moving world. And so I hope you're staying safe wherever you are, enjoying these holidays, able to enjoy these holidays, and counting down to the end of our year here together. So I know I'm still meditating a lot and thinking a lot about light. Last week was the solstice. I've been a little bit obsessed with that as sort of an astronomical event and a holiday. It's a lot of why our many holidays around this time of year involve light. Hanukkah, Christmas, Diwali, all sorts of things. Holidays, sacred holidays that involve light and welcoming, bringing the light back into the world. So we're going to do a meditation at the end of our class using some of that imagery. But as always, before then, we're going to get warmed up with some starting exercises just to get the heart rate up and get the body moving. We got a couple rounds of exercises out of our chair, couple standing, and then we'll finish off with a meditation, our normal equation here for a great workout for body, mind, and soul. So let's get into it. Starting off recently a lot, I love to start off with just some deep breathing inspired out of our yoga tradition here. So we'll start off with that. We're going to interlock our fingers. As always, just a little piece of advice. Always try starting with different hands or in the opposite way you might normally do it. So if you cross your fingers one way, try to just cross them the other way this time. If you're starting with your left hand a lot, try to start with your right hand. All those little variations help to keep our body balanced and able to adapt to different ways of doing things. So let's interlock our fingers. We're going to place them gently beneath our chin. And then as we inhale nice and deeply and fully through our nose, we're going to let those elbows float up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to push our head back as we exhale, bringing our elbows together. Gentle range of motion at first, getting bigger as we go with an inhale, elbows floating up overhead, holding the breath for a moment, exhaling out of the mouth, pushing all the air out, bringing our elbows forward. Deep inhale through the nose, allow the stomach to expand on the in-breath, exhaling out of the mouth fully and completely. Let's keep going with that rhythm on your own. Really pushing that air out with the mouth on the exhale. One more on your own here. Excellent. Let those arms fall to the side, shaking things out in between, always getting loose. deep breathing throughout, big smiles. We know the cues. Moving into our shoulders, opening up the whole shoulder complex a bit more. We're going to do some butterfly wings. So just placing our hands lightly on the side of our head, bring our elbows forward, open them up to the side. Nice gentle range of motion here. We're just sitting nice and tall, sitting upright, tall through the crown of our heads. And just as far as we could go with this movement for now. As we do more and more of it, that range of motion will increase naturally and gently. Let's go a few more here. Good, and let those arms fall nice to the side. Always getting loose in between, starting to feel the heart rate pick up, the breathing pick up. Those are all good signs. We're getting into our workout. Continuing down the body, warming up the midsection a little bit, but still involving those shoulders. We're just going to do cross body chops. So trying to keep our palms together, reach up over to the top to the left, reaching down to the side. Sitting nice and tall, starting to work through our core, getting the rotational movement warmed up. Good, let's start going up to the other direction. So up to the right, down to the left. Again, trying to keep those palms together. Good upright posture. Breathing steadily throughout. And good, pause there. We're going to get into a few forward bends. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. And we're going to kick our heels out a little bit, sitting towards the front of our chair. And we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. Come down, reach over, support ourselves using our hands, but coming forward into a nice hamstring stretch. If this is all we could get to, that's fine. Go wherever you could get to and support yourself with your hands. But as we go and we're breathing deeply and steadily throughout, we can reach lower and get into more and more of a stretch here, letting our head fall gently. We're stretching through the hamstrings and we're breathing deeply, reaching further as we go. If we could go down and grab our ankles or our toes, even better, but wherever you are in the range of motion, try to just go a little bit deeper as we go. Remember, you're breathing deeply as you exhale, a little bit deeper into the stretch. As you inhale, finding a good posture again. And then inhaling, walk yourself back up. Bring your legs back underneath you. Shake everything out again. We'll go into a forward bend once more to get the hamstrings and the legs feeling happy. So start towards the front of our chair. We're going to kick our heels out. Inhale our arms up overhead. Coming down, forward bend. Reaching to wherever we could get. If you're just holding at your knees here and that's the only stretch, that's fine. As we exhale, deeper down into the stretch. As we inhale, find your good posture. Excellent. Inhale, walk yourself back up your legs, sitting back into a nice, comfortable posture. Good. Getting our hamstrings there, calves, hips warmed up a little bit, moving down our body even more, working our proprioception, our sense of awareness around our body. We're just going to do our toe taps here. So just imagine 3 points to reach out to with your toes. And we're just going to start with the left foot, one out to the left, one out in front of you, one across the body. Wherever the range of motion is, the rest of our body is nice and still good posture. All the movement just coming from this left leg, reaching as far as you can with what's comfortable right now. Good, and let's change to the right foot. So again, one out to the right, one out in front, one across our body. The movement coming all from the leg that's moving. Otherwise, my body's relaxed, but focused and engaged, good posture, deep breathing throughout, a big smile. Let's go back to the left leg for a little bit. Good, back to the right. Good, pause there, finding a good posture once more, centering ourselves. Let's just finish off our warm-up with a little bit more of that deep breathing. Why don't we change the way we interlocked our fingers? Always good to rotate the basic starting position. And we'll start with our hands interlocked beneath our chin. Inhaling through the nose, let those elbows rise up nice and high. Exhaling out of the mouth, bringing the elbows forward. On your own pace for 3 more deep breaths. Good, excellent. That's our warm up. We should be feeling like our heart rate's a bit higher, our breathing's working, maybe we've cracked a little bit of a sweat. Those are good signs we're ready to push a little bit deeper into our exercises. But if you're still warming up and you want to just take it easy on these first few movements, they're going to get you ready to push hard in the second half of the workout. So we have 5 exercises we're going to do. We're going to do our favorite flutter kicks, nice lean back. We can support our arms on the side of our chair. I'll give you some more clues later, but our knees are staying as a pivot point, and then our lower half of our legs are fluttering in and out. After that, old favorite, jumping jacks, nice and simple. Just getting the arms moving up overhead, little clap up top if you want. I'm going to keep it quiet for our camera. If you want to give it a nice little clap up top, that'll be a great addition. Third movement, we're going to go knees to toes. So we're sitting, or heels to toes. So we're sitting towards the front of our chair, kick our heels out, bring our knees in. Again, I'll show you this from the side later. The further we could get a reach and a lean, the more intense it is, but we're just starting off with heels to toes underneath us. Fourth movement will be alternating push away. So we start from the center of our body, we push up and down, come back through the center, push up and down. The emphasis here, I always say this, but I hope we get it. It's not to extend hard at your elbow. It's not a full extension Trying to get the arms straight is not the focus. The focus is to extend from the middle of our body, from our spine, really sitting tall and using the motion of pushing in the opposite direction to really spread and lengthen that spine out. That's the focus on that move. Fourth move, full double leg extension with ankle circles. Again, I'll show you these few moves from the side. Keeping those legs straightened for the whole time, doing double ankle circles for the 40 seconds. Those are our 5 moves. For a lot of this, I think I'll show you from the side since we have a couple kicking moves, and we'll get into it. So our first move is going to be our flutter kicks. So we're leaning back in our chair. We can support ourselves on our using our hands here, or hold our hands up, even better for the core. Our core is engaged, nice and strong. And we're going to jump into flutter kicks for 40 seconds. If you're still getting warmed up and just want to do leg extensions, if that's where you're at so far this morning, that's fine with me. But if you could join for flutter kicks, we're going to jump into those in 3, 2, 1. Good work for the core here, keeping that core engaged. Legs still getting a workout. We're working hard for 10 more seconds here, everybody. Just getting started. First round of seated exercises. Pushing hard for 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Good work on that. Flutter kicks, everybody. Next up, nice simple jumping jacks. 40 seconds. Reaching up overhead. Little clap if we want. Full range of motion. Steady breathing with that movement throughout. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. Sitting nice and tall throughout, making this movement flow nice and gently and easily, feeling good on the shoulders, the backs. Working hard for 5 here, everybody. And pause. Good work on those upper body jumping jacks there. Next up is going to be our heels to toes. So we're sitting towards the front of our chair. We're going to reach out, try to get these legs straight, bring them back in up onto our toes. Legs straight to toes. Wherever you can get to the range of motion with that is great. The more we kick out and lean back, the more of an exercise it's going to be, the more it's going to challenge our core, the more we could sort of do a planking movement will challenge us nicely. But the biggest part is to get those heels out, bring them back to the toes. We're working hard on that for 40 seconds. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. Excellent work out there, everybody. 10 more seconds on this. And pause. Great work. Great work. Getting everything moving. Hopefully you're starting to feel even more warm. I know I'm starting to sweat. My heart rate's up. That means we're into a good part of our workout, ready to push ourselves a little bit more deeply. Next movement is going to be alternating pushaways. So we're going almost to full extension, really focusing on lengthening our spine, sitting up nice and tall through our spine, reaching down. That's the imaginative, what we're trying to think of throughout this movement. Let's jump into those alternating pushaways in 3, 2, 1. Really bring your mind to your spine on this one. Once you feel the movement and have a steady rhythm with that, Think about lengthening nice and tall through your spine. No need to rush through this movement. Very much a mind-muscle connection we're looking for here. We'll pause in 5, 1 or 2 more reps here. Good, and you could pause and take a break. Good, 20 seconds rest. Next up, our last movement over here. It's gonna be our double ankle circle. So trying to get to full extension and just holding that for the 40 and go in circles both ways. So just change up the pattern whenever you want, every 10 seconds or so. But the big thing is to hold nice and strong through our core and to focus our mind out on those toes. Keep them moving throughout for 40 seconds. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. Again, this is going to keep challenging that core just to hold these legs up, challenging the legs. We're focusing on those toes. Nice big circles with the ankles. Changing the direction whenever we feel like. Trying to sit upright, good posture. I just had to remind myself I was slouching a little bit. That's fine. We'll pause in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So lots of work on that core and keeping those quads straight. 3 moves where we're working on that good core, full body tension. That'll be a great workout for us this morning. We're going to take a little bit of a break before we get back into our second round. Good time to grab a drink of water. Always staying hydrated throughout. Crucial part of our workout is staying hydrated. So we'll take a few more seconds here just to gather ourselves. We know what we're getting into next. We have our flutter kicks. We have our jumping jacks, getting the arms involved. We have our heels to toes. We have our alternating pushaways, and we have our double ankle circles with the leg extension. That's going to be our second round of seated exercises. Then we got standing and a closing light meditation. So let's jump back into it. I'll switch directions on this again, and we'll be into our flutter kicks. So again, we could use our hands to brace ourselves if we need that extra core support, but as we're able to pull those arms away, that's going to get our core even more engaged. So let's jump into that together in 3, 2, 1. Five more seconds here, everybody. Hard work. Let's go. Push through. And we'll break. Good, good, good. Next up, after a little break, 20 seconds, we'll be into jumping jacks, keeping the rhythm nice and steady and full. Good, steady breathing throughout. Good posture, sitting up tall as we go through this movement. Let's jump in together in 3, 2, 1. Ten more seconds, everybody, working hard. And pause. Good, good, good. Next up, we'll be into heels to toes. Reaching out, trying to get to a full extension, trying to get to that stronger plank position as we can. But biggest part is just kicking those heels out, bringing them back nice and far under, keeping the core nice and tight throughout. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. At its best, we're really working the lower core here and keeping the legs nice and engaged throughout. Ten more seconds, everybody. Three, two, one. Excellent. Good work. Next up is going to be alternating pushaways, nice tall posture, imagining that there's just a little string pulling us up through the crown of our head, lengthening, spreading that spine out. That's the focus here. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. Ten more seconds, everybody. And pause. Good. 20 seconds of rest. And we'll be getting into our double ankle circles. Keeping the core engaged, trying to sit up nice and tall as we keep our quads extended and we focus on doing those ankle circles. Lots of different things to focus on here. Good work for 40 seconds. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. So again, trying to keep a nice upright posture, keep the quads fully extended, keep the legs fully extended, bringing our awareness to those toes, nice, full, steady ankle circles. And we'll pause in 5. And good. Excellent. That is our second round of seated exercises. I'm going to adjust my camera. We're going to stand up and get into some standing exercises here. So good time to grab a drink of water and adjust yourself. Just making sure you can see me overhead here. Okay, as always, you know the deal. Our chair is here for support if we need it. I'll show you various ways that you could use it, but just always have it close by in case you need to grab onto something or take a seat. Well, as always, we're staying hydrated, and we have 5 movements here. We're going to use this chair to get into a nice, good lunge, as low as we could go, feeling comfortable, practicing in this lunge position. We can stand having our hands, one hand supporting ourselves here, but we're going to work a press out of this position. So we're going to just do presses. We could reach up with both hands if we're feeling like we could get away from that chair, but if not, do the side that's on the leg that's back. So my left leg is back. We'll do presses with one hand if you want that extra support, but if we could work in 2, that's fine, or that'd be even better. And then we'll switch up the leg on the second round. So we'll start with our left leg back. The next move we're going to do out of a crouch. That chair could be in front of you. You're going to get into a nice crouch. We've done that dragon dance or that sort of fish movement before. Palms are going to be together, and we're just going to get our elbows, wrists, shoulders working in all sorts of fun ways. Nice and fluid improvisational movement there. Third movement will be our squats. Squats are crucial, part of any good workout diet. We're going to get into a nice squat using our chair there for extra support. Next up will be more of those pushaways. Same mental focus there, trying to lengthen the spine, standing nice and tall. And then fifth move will be our favorite balance, 40 seconds, left leg up in the air. And then the second round, we'll do our right leg. So those are our 5 movements. We're going to start out of a lunge position with our left leg back. So we could really use this chair to work on that lunge position. Try getting a little bit deeper into it. We've got our chair for support. We'll be pressing up with our left hand or both hands if we're feeling nice balance. So that's our first move here. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. So nice solid lunge first. Start getting that left arm working up overhead with the press. If we're feeling like we got nice steady balance, reaching up both overhead, double press. "15 more seconds here, everybody. We can always grab that chair if we need to. Go back to just the left arm. And pause. Good. Left-sided leg back on the lunge. We'll do the right side next time. Great first move. Chair can be in front of you on this next one. We're going to get into a nice crouching position, dragon dance, or following the fish's tail, however you like to imagine this, snakes. We're just getting a nice fluid movement here. Our palms are staying together, and our wrist, our elbows, our shoulders are working in all sorts of different combinations while we're holding this nice squat to keep the legs involved. Let's do that in 3, 2, 1. Starting nice and tight, but just see all the different ways our wrists can move, our elbows can move, our shoulders can move, coming out to the side, coming farther, a little bit up high, coming down low. Nice, gentle movement, full range of motion. We'll pause in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Good. That's our second movement here. Third movement will be squats. Squats, crucial to any workout regimen. Very basic, important movement. Supporting ourselves using the chair, getting down nice and low as we can. Maybe stepping away from the chair a little bit as we feel more confident and we got a nice range of motion. 40 seconds of squats coming up. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. Five more seconds here, a couple more reps. And good, pause there. Nice. Up next is our alternating pushaways. So we'll be standing nice and tall. We could bring those feet together, standing up nice and tall through our whole body, upright core, reaching up towards the sky. And we're going to push away the opposite way, really lengthening through our spine is the goal here. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. And pause. Good work. One more move in our first set here. Always working our balance. Crucial skill we have. Just reaching our left leg up, trying to get to 90 degrees at all the major joints if we can. But whatever it is, just trying to get that foot off the ground, standing that way, finding a good position for 40 seconds near our chair so we can reach out to it if we need to. But let's go for 40 here, jumping in 3, 2, 1. Takes our whole body to stand nice and upright, to breathe steadily throughout. We're not moving much, but this is good, solid work for our whole body. We got about 10 more seconds here, everybody. Holding nice and strong. And pause in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Good. That's our first set of standing exercises. We got one more. Always time to stay hydrated. Good work, everybody. Good work. So we got our 5 movements. That lunge position press. We'll have our right leg back this time. That dragon dance. We got our squats, alternating push away, and we'll finish with our right side balance. So this time on the lunge position press, we're going to have our right leg back. So we're learning this lunge position, teaching ourselves this lunge position, getting some good pressing motions in. Right leg back, which means our left leg can support us on the chair. We'll press up with our right hand. If we could pull that left hand away, great thing to do as well. So let's jump into this in 3, 2, 1. So starting off just with the right arm pressing overhead. But if you feel like you got good balance and you're in a solid lunge position, we can bring both of those arms involved. Five more seconds here, everybody. And pause. Good. Next up, we got our dragon dance out of a crouch position. Really improvisational, nice and fluid, getting the elbows, wrists, shoulders, nice and happy moving around. Out of our good crouch position, so we're keeping our legs involved here, bringing our palms together. Let's jump into this together in 3, 2, 1. Really exploring all the different arrangements, directions, possibilities, teaching our shoulders, wrists, elbows to move in new, surprising ways. We'll pause in 3, 2, 1. Good work there. Next up in 20 seconds, we got our squats. Trying to get nice and low on this, but good quality squatting movement, using the chair for support, pulling away as we feel confident. Let's jump into that in 3, 2, 1. Working hard for 5. And pause. Good, that's our third movement. Next up is going to be alternating push-aways, fourth exercise. We got this and one more exercise before our meditation. Let's work hard on these, standing up nice and tall through our spine. Let's jump into this, starting off with the opposite arm you normally start off. Let's jump into this in 3, 2, 1. And we'll pause in 3, 2, and 1. Good, finishing strong on that. One more movement here, or not really a movement, one more pose, one more hold, one more exercise. We got our balance. Our right leg's going to be coming up, trying to get to 90 degrees at the joints. But the biggest thing is to find a position that you could hold for 40 seconds and work hard for that 40. So let's jump into it. One more move here before our meditation. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. About 10 more seconds here, everybody. Working hard. Let's stay strong together. Find your last little bit of strength. Deep breath, holding it. And 3, 2, 1. Great work there, everybody. Great finish. Find a good, comfortable position to get back into seated, good meditative posture, and we'll start off in a few seconds. Okay, everybody, finding a nice, comfortable seated posture. Taking a sip of water if we need it. What we're going to do now is something different. I normally rotate 3 different basic kinds of meditation: a review meditation, a mantra meditation, general relaxation, or progressive muscle relaxation technique. Those are 3 of the ones I use most in my own life, so I share them with you most. But I often do like to be led through something of a guided imagery meditation as well on retreats or whenever I've had the opportunity, basically. These often involve light, water, fire, basic elements. They're really enjoyable. They're found in a lot of traditions, I think. And so as I was leading the class last week, and I've been thinking so much about the solstice, about light, we had our darkest day of the year just about a week ago, and now we're increasing the light every day. Our bodies are attuned to that. It knows when the days are getting darker. It knows when the days are getting lighter. So to bring that into our meditation, into our mindfulness space, I thought was a great way to finish our year here together. And it's really been such a great gift of a year in so many ways. So basically what I'm going to do is talk you through some images to think about that will involve your body, involve light, sort of moving around your body, healing, relaxing. Sit comfortable, try to focus in on the words. If you get distracted, you could always just return to focusing on your breathing. About 8-10 minutes here of quiet meditation with a little bit of script reading, reflection on light in between. So typically I suggest people have their feet flat on the ground, sitting up nice and upright and alert. This is a good basic position. I've been enjoying more and more sitting out of a cross-legged position. If that's comfortable for you, I invite you to join me here. So we can begin by just finding a comfortable, relaxed position. We're sitting upright and alert. We can gently close our eyes if that's most comfortable. Or you could look down at a point on the floor just a few feet in front of you, avoiding any visual distractions. And let's just begin by taking a deep breath in through our nose. Allow your stomach to expand on the in-breath. Hold the breath for a moment. And calmly and fully exhale out of your mouth. Breathe in peace and calm. And as you exhale, let the tension start to leave any part of your body. Continuing to take slow, deep breaths. We've practiced mindfulness much together. I always encourage you to be aware of your body. So for a few moments on your own, I just invite you to mentally scan your body. Take note of how each part feels. Notice any parts that are tense. Notice what parts feel relaxed and comfortable. Continuing to breathe in deep relaxation. Slowly releasing tension as you breathe out of your mouth. And as you continue to relax your body, I want you to visualize a healing, protective light. Imagine this healing light shining around your body. See yourself glowing. This light protects you and keeps you safe from any worry, fear, or anxiety. See yourself surrounded by this light. Notice how it feels. Whether it's warm or cool, whatever you need right now. Whether it tingles or vibrates. However it feels around you, simply notice how calm and safe and at home this light makes you feel. And now bring your awareness to your feet. And notice in your mind's eye the light surrounding your feet. Feel as that light swirls around and into your ankles, your toes, penetrating deeply.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.